The Boston Celtics are navigating one of the most demanding stretches of their season, and just when it seemed like they were beginning to regain momentum, new and potentially devastating news emerged that could complicate everything moving forward. After fighting their way out of a 2-game losing streak with a gritty and emotional comeback victory against the Miami Heat, the Celtics now find themselves facing uncertainty once again, this time surrounding one of their most important on-court stabilizers, Payton Pritchard. Thursday night in Miami was a defining moment for this group. Down by as many as 19 points in one of the league's most hostile environments, Boston refused to fold. The Heat played with physicality, pace, and confidence, pushing the Celtics to the brink. Yet what followed was one of the most resilient stretches of basketball Boston has produced all season. Fueled by relentless effort on the glass and second-chance opportunities, the Celtics flipped the script entirely. A staggering 31-7 advantage in second-chance points became the backbone of their comeback. Every loose ball mattered. Every offensive rebound felt like a statement. At the center of it all was Anthony Simons, who delivered the kind of performance that can redefine roles and expectations. Coming off the bench, Simons erupted for 39 points, the 5th highest scoring output of his professional career. He attacked mismatches, punished defensive lapses, and carried the offense when Boston desperately needed a spark. In a season filled with adjustments, Simons has steadily grown into his responsibilities, and Thursday night may have been the clearest signal yet that he is capable of carrying a significant load when required. But basketball seasons do not pause to celebrate victories, and within 24 hours of that emotional win, the Celtics were forced to shift their attention toward Atlanta and an injury report that raised immediate concern. Payton Pritchard, one of Boston's most reliable and versatile guards, was listed as doubtful due to soreness in his left ankle. The timing could not be worse. While Pritchard did not light up the scoreboard against Miami, finishing with just 2 points, his impact extended far beyond scoring. In 24 minutes of action, he orchestrated the offense with precision, recording 8 assists to lead the team. He protected the ball with remarkable discipline, committing just 1 turnover, while also contributing defensively with a block and a steal. His presence brought calm and structure, especially during critical stretches when the Celtics were clawing their way back into the game. Over the course of the season, Pritchard has quietly established himself as one of Boston's most consistent contributors. He is averaging 16.6 points per game, along with 5.4 assists, 4.5 rebounds, and nearly 1 steal per contest. Even during periods when his shooting touch was inconsistent early in the season, his overall influence never waned. He defended aggressively, facilitated offense, and made the right reads. As his shooting rhythm returned, his importance only grew. What makes Pritchard's potential absence so concerning is not just his production, but how seamlessly he fits into the Celtics system. With injuries forcing Boston to experiment with lineups throughout the year, Pritchard emerged as a stabilizing force in the first unit. He spaces the floor, pushes tempo, and understands how to balance aggression with control. Losing him, even temporarily, disrupts that rhythm. If Pritchard is unable to suit up against the Hawks, the question immediately becomes who steps into the starting lineup. While Anthony Simons is coming off a career night, it is notable that he has not started a single game this season. His role as a 6th man has allowed him to attack second units and play with freedom, and changing that dynamic could have ripple effects throughout the rotation. The coaching staff will need to weigh whether to preserve Simons' current role or adjust the lineup to compensate for Pritchard's absence. This situation also highlights how thin the margin for error has become for Boston. The team has already been navigating the season without Jayson Tatum, whose absence looms over every discussion involving the Celtics. Despite that, they have exceeded expectations, positioning themselves near the top of the Eastern Conference standings through effort, cohesion, and adaptability. But each additional injury tests the limits of that resilience. Beyond Pritchard, the Celtics injury report includes Josh Minott, who remains sidelined with a left ankle sprain. Minott has missed the last 6 games and, even prior to his injury, had fallen out of the regular rotation. However, signs of progress are emerging. During practice and shoot-around in Miami, Minott was seen engaging in conditioning work, including calisthenics and time on the stationary bike. His return may not be imminent, but it appears to be approaching. Minot's potential availability later in the season could be meaningful. He brings size, athleticism, and defensive versatility, qualities that become increasingly valuable as fatigue sets in and the All-Star break approaches. Over the course of the season, he has averaged 6.3 points, 4 rebounds, and nearly 1 steal per game while shooting over 50% from the field. While those numbers do not jump off the page, they reflect efficient contributions and limited opportunities. As the grind of the season intensifies, depth becomes a currency, and having Minot back in the mix could provide a welcome boost, especially during back-to-back games or stretches of heavy travel. Still, his return alone does not offset the potential loss of Pritchard, whose role is far more central to Boston's current identity. And then there is the ever-present question of Jayson Tatum. The 6-time All-Star remains listed on the injury report, and speculation surrounding his potential return continues to swirl. Tatum has been clear about his intentions, stating that when he does return, he wants his first game back to be at TD Garden. It has now been 9 months since his injury, a timeline that invites optimism but also demands caution. While it seems unlikely that Tatum will make his return this month, his continued involvement with the team has been notable. He remains engaged, offering leadership, insight, and support as Boston navigates this unexpected season. His presence, even off the court, has helped sustain a culture of belief and accountability. The Celtics' ability to remain second in the Eastern Conference standings despite Tatum's absence speaks volumes about the collective effort of the roster. Jaylen Brown has shouldered an enormous burden, emerging as the primary offensive engine. Role players have stepped up, embraced responsibility, and executed within the system. Coaching adjustments have maximized strengths while minimizing weaknesses, but the margin continues to shrink. Payton Pritchard's doubtful status serves as a reminder of how fragile momentum can be in the NBA. One injury, one absence, can shift rotations, alter game plans, and test depth in ways that are difficult to predict. For Boston, a team already operating without its franchise cornerstone, each additional setback feels magnified. At the same time, challenges like these often reveal truths about a team's character. The Celtics have shown repeatedly that they are willing to fight, adapt, and respond. Anthony Simon's breakout performance against Miami was not an accident, but the product of preparation and opportunity intersecting at the right moment. If Pritchard cannot play, someone else will be asked to step forward, and the Celtics will once again be measured by their response. As the matchup against Atlanta approaches, all eyes will be on the injury report and the decisions that follow. Will Pritchard be able to push through and contribute, or will Boston need to reshuffle its rotation yet again? Can Simon sustain his offensive explosion in an expanded role if necessary? Will the supporting cast continue to reward ball movement and defensive attention with timely shot-making? This season has already defied expectations, but it has also demanded constant resilience. The Celtics are learning in real time what it means to survive and compete amid uncertainty. Every game becomes a test, not just of talent, but of adaptability and resolve. And as the road ahead unfolds, one thing remains clear. The story of this Celtics team is far from finished. Each challenge adds another chapter, and how they respond to moments like this will ultimately define their season. If you want to stay up to date on every twist, injury update, and performance that shapes the Celtics' journey, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss what comes next.